Hi everyone, it's Linda Esposito from Be Clear with Bronchiectasis. It's a Sunday in New York City. It's a dreary one, and I'm in my bedroom and I'm recording this before going to the gym and getting in a little exercise. I've been working all morning and it is time to get out there and move. But before I do, I thought let me just get on and make sure that you all know the resources that are available to you through Be Clear. So if you're here, you have found my YouTube channel. And the way it's organized is by playlists. Now, I was rarely on YouTube in the past before starting this YouTube channel. I would go on it if somebody sent me a link to something, to a video, but just to go on and spend time looking here and there, just for whatever reason, wasn't my thing. So I never understood playlists, and the way playlists work, they're sort of like folders. So I've organized, I should say with the help of my wonderful consultant, Tanya, we have organized this channel by playlists. So following along with the Be Clear method. So what we did is create one for B, which is breathing. We created, I should back up and say, we created a playlist for each of these. So one for breathing, one for the E, which is exercise, one for C, which is clearance of airways, and so on and so forth. So for the Be Clear method. And so what that means is if you go on my channel and you see the word playlist and you click on it, then you'll see all the playlists there. So maybe you're interested in exercise, you could just click on the exercise playlist, which, as I said, is like a folder where all the videos that relate to that particular topic will be. So I hope that helps you just to grab whatever information you're looking for. Also, if you have a Gmail account, you can subscribe to my channel, which means that you will get a little notification if you're set up that way whenever I release a new video. So that's YouTube. And then I also have a very active social media presence. So I don't know if you're on Instagram or Facebook or even LinkedIn, but very often what I do is I will post to Instagram and then bring that post over to Facebook. So the difference between the two, let's say you're on both. So Instagram, I don't know, the community just seems more active. There just seems to be a lot more interaction on Instagram, I would say, than on Facebook. But the problem with Instagram is if I put a link to something, I have to put it in what's called my link tree. And a lot of people don't understand link in bio, go to Linktree, or just link in bio. And what it means is that you would have to go up to the post where it says, Be Clear with Bronchiectasis, click on that, and then open that little blurb about me, that I'm a wellness coach for 20 years and so on and so forth. So in that little blurb, there is one link. Instagram only allows one link. So most of the time people will link to their website. But the way that we all get around it is through something called Linktree. So if you click on that Linktree, and you can see it says Linktree, and you open it up, then you have like a whole tree of links that relate to all my different posts. And I do remove them over time. I don't leave the same ones there, especially if it's like signing up for a conference and the conference has already passed. But certainly there are links to my book, The Be Clear Method to Living with Bronchiectasis. There are links to my website, letsbecleartoday.com, links to other social media, and to consultations if you'd like to have a consultation with me. So just wanting to review The difference then between Instagram and Facebook is that those links on Facebook are active. You don't have to jump up to a link tree and click on it, and they live there forever. So even, let's say you're on both of them, and you prefer Instagram, but oh darn, you know, that link isn't on Linktree anymore. Well, if you go over to Facebook and even hit, I think even if you were to hit photos and find the photo that relates to the one on Instagram and click on it, well, regardless, the posts are always there with active links on Facebook. And I often will bring things over to LinkedIn too, sometimes if they're just kind of funny and personal, you know, that type of message or post. I might not bring it over to LinkedIn, but I do like people on LinkedIn who I would say are a more professional group, a lot of respiratory therapists, you know, other clinicians. I still want them to know me as a person, and I also want them to know the services that are available for perhaps their patients. So that is YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and often I'll post to Twitter or Threads. You know, it's always challenging because it's only 144 characters. So sometimes what I do instead is, as of the first of the year, and it's 2024 now, I have been posting my more popular or active posts to my website blog. So I'm always a little bit behind. I don't do it at the same time as the post. I wait to see if people find it to be interesting, because if they don't, you know, I won't post it to my blog. But if they do, and if they find it to be informative, and I always wait for feedback to know that, then I will try to post it to my blog as well. And then at that point, if I remember, I might put a little something on Twitter or Threads just with a link to the blog so people can read this much longer, not 144 character post. Also, I do individual consultations. So if that's something that interests you, you can go on my website and purchase a consultation. They are 75 minutes long. I always say please schedule out at least 90 because we can run over. It's $150, and what I do is once you purchase it, I contact you, we schedule, then I send you forms. The first form is the disclaimer, just so you know that I am not a medical person. I make that really clear. The information I provide is educational. I'm an experienced health educator and wellness coach, but I am not a doctor and I am not a respiratory therapist. And so before you alter your care in any way, you need to speak to your medical team. So that's one form. Once I get that back, I send out a questionnaire because I want to know all about you even before we start our talk. It just jumpstarts our time together. But if for some reason you're just not up for filling out a questionnaire, that's fine. I can just ask you the questions, or you can start our consultation by asking me questions if you prefer. However you want to go about it. But I like to make sure you get certain information during the consultation. We do review diet, especially if you're having trouble putting weight on. Airway clearance, I tell you what it is I do, you tell me what it is you do. If you want, we can have a video call. I've been using FaceTime, and I'm just going to start now with Zoom. So I know a lot of people do like the video calls, and I'm trying to make that available now for everyone. But so that's what's involved with a consultation, and then I follow up with answering if you needed certain resources. For example, I'll send you links to different videos. Depending on what your needs are, or different supplies. If you're looking for a nebulizer or a baby bottle sterilizer or nasal wash system, whatever it is, I follow up with an email. And then we go from there. Some people book a package, and we have follow-ups, which is a lot of fun and I think very, very helpful, especially around the time they go to the doctor, whether it's before and they want to come up with a list of questions, or whether it's after because they have questions that weren't quite answered and they want to get me to weigh in on it. So so again, this is just an overview of everything that's out there, and most of it is at no charge, but certainly the consultations are. Oh, and I have a book. I almost forgot to mention it. Or did I? The Be Clear Method to Living with Bronchiectasis, and it's available on Amazon. So I think that's what my message was today, just so you know there are lots of free services out there, and I'm always here to help. Enjoy the day. Bye-bye.